Okay, determine the single equivalent rate of discount for the discount series. It's a series because there's 3 consecutive discounts, meaning they're applied one after the other. Now we can use this formula right here. D sub E is for the equivalent or the single equivalent rate of discount expressed as a decimal. So we take these 3 discounts here, 19%, 13%, and 5%. We express them as decimals. 19% is 0.19, 13% is 0.13, and 5% is 0.05. Of course, you could do all of those on the calculator. If we put in 19%, we get the 0.19, which is this number right here. If we put in 13%, we get 0.13, which is this number right here, corresponding to this percentage right up there. And then if we put in the 5%, we get 0.05, which corresponds to the third discount. Okay, so we insert those numbers into this formula right up here. So 1 minus 0.19, let's compute that. 1 minus 0.19 is equal to 0.81, which indeed is this number right here. Okay, that's the 0.81. Next one, 1 minus 0.13 would give us what? 1 minus 0.13 gives us 87 or 0.87, sorry, that's, I should say it correctly. 1 minus 0.05 will give us 1 minus 0.05 will give us the 0.95, which is this number right here. Okay, so now we have to multiply these 3 numbers. Okay, so we have the 0.95 on the display over there. We then proceed to multiply by 0.87 and then to multiply again by 0.81, this last one right here. So we're multiplying by 0.81, so we go multiply by 0.81, and then we have the answer 0.67. But that is not a good idea because we need 4 decimal places. So I like to put an extra decimal place just for display, just so I can see things better. So I will go to second, and above this decimal point, we see format. So there we are. It says there are 2 decimal places right now. So I will go and display 5. I click on 5, I click on enter, and more than likely when I come out of here, I could just clear twice, and there 5 decimal places are being displayed. All right, so now let's go back and do the multiplication. This is it right here. We could do it in order from left to right as we normally do. 0.81 times 0.87 times 0.95. And what do you know? We get the 0.66947. Okay, now this has a bit one more decimal places. This has 7 if you count it, but 5 is quite adequate. It will round for us, and that's what it did. Now, if we're subtracting from 1, remember we could make this 0.6694650 or this 0.66947. We could make it negative first, hit plus minus, and then if we add 1, we will get the answer of 0.33054. Now mine is rounded. If we round this and we stop after 5 decimals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we round here, this 3 would become a 4, and that is what we're seeing here, displayed as 0.33054. All right, now if we round to 4 decimal places, the 4 will drop off but you could always keep the fifth decimal place if you so wish, and that will be the answer here. Wrongly, the 4 decimal places is 0.3305. Now, if we want a percent, remember that was the decimal. Now we want the answer expressed as a percent. We will go and multiply that by 100 and 100, and we get 33.05, 2 decimal places. We will stop at 33.05, and there is the answer. All right, so that is how we do it. Now, if you wish to be more correct, I guess you could add another line in here and say that D sub E is equal to 0.3305, and you have 4 decimal places. All right, good. So that will take care of that question. You just needed to get the single equivalent rate of discount. All right, so you have a series of discounts, 19, or you might hear it expressed as 9, the price less 19, less 13, less 5.